Oscar with OQ Detailing. For today's video, we got an Acura MDX. This is a full interior and exterior detail, but this is a mommy vehicle, and so the main focus is going to be the interior. It hasn't been detailed in a while, and it really needs a good detail. As you know, in today's society, COVID and the Omicron variants and all kinds of variants, so we want to not only clean, but we want to sanitize the surfaces. And so this is why we think and recommend this type of service in this scenario. But I hope you enjoy. We're going to show you a few before and afters. Thank you so much for watching. Every detail is case by case, but we try to stay on a general system. And the first step that we do is to use this gun. So this is an air gun. It uses compressed air, and this tool is really helpful for getting all the debris, the loose debris, out from the small holes, crevices, cracks, places where you can't really get into, especially with the tip of the vacuum. It also helps get rid of anything that's stuck in the fibers, but we use it all around the car before we do all the vacuuming. So we just want to loosen up everything that's in all the areas really, so that it makes the vacuuming much easier. This tool is also really helpful for getting beach sand off the fibers of the carpets, and especially dog hair. Dog hair can be a nightmare sometimes, and this tool has at the tip, it has this like a stick that rotates with so it's not only pushing air, but it's also aggravating it with the tip you can't really see it, but that's what it does. So it's perfect for using before vacuuming and loosening up any dirt, any beach sand, all the goldfish and like nuggets and whatever else is in the car. That way nothing's hitting an area. So then we follow it up by vacuuming. So vacuuming is a really important step, and usually my partner, my wife, she's the one that takes care of the vacuuming. She does an excellent job, and in the meanwhile I take care of the other things. So I'll start doing whatever else is we're doing. Since we started with the interior detail, in this case you see me use my drill brush with this tip. The drill brush is helpful to also loosen up anything that's on the fiber. So you saw there, as you saw there, there was human hair. So this helps get human hair and pet hair out of the fibers much easier, so we don't struggle. And I want you to notice how much dust there is in these carpets. So generally we will start by vacuuming them. But number one, my wife is using the vacuum, and number two, when they're really hammered like this, even if you vacuum them, as you can see, there will still be a lot of dust that's inside the carpets. That's why I prefer using that gun, the air compressor gun. And then we use our shampoo. So we're gonna shampoo the carpets. This chemical is able to do three things. It removes stains. Number one, it neutralizes odors, and it has optic brighteners, so it's able to make the carpets look brighter, make them look newer again. So it's really awesome. And we use our drill brush again with a different attachment to get the chemical really into the fibers and start doing its work. And then to finish it all up, we use our water extractor. So the water extractor is able to extract the shampoo with the chemical that we used, and any gunk, any dirt and grime that's also on the fibers, and so that they're perfectly clean. And then the last step for this is kind of more of an aesthetic thing. So we take a brush and we just do sometimes we do patterns on the carpets just to give it that professionally detailed look, and also as a sign that they were clean. So it makes it obvious, obviously. It's just the aftermarket, afterthought. It just makes them look better. So then we move into the interior, and I start with the driver's side. So there was a study that showed that steering wheels may be in many cases more dirtier than your toilet bowl or your cell phone. So pretty gross, right? Pretty nasty, but a very interesting fact that the study showed. And so we make sure we deep scrub and clean every single area, every single crevice in between the buttons, on the back, on the side, the inside, the back part, everything of the steering wheel. Very important part. And after we clean it, we use our steamer to sanitize. So again, we want to make sure we sanitize, so we use the steamer to do that. Now notice how we never put the steamer in one area and leave it for a long period of time. It's just passing it over. It releases really fine steam. This is a commercial grade steamer with distilled water, so it releases very fine steam. And we also use it on the air duct. So this is a really cool, very important thing that we do. It's just to kind of sanitize the air ducts, because all your air conditioning is coming through them. So if they're not clean, that's kind of, you're breathing that stuff. So this is why we think it's important. And it kills any bacteria or germs that may be in there. And then we follow it up with everything else that's around the driver's side, and moving on to the passenger and the back seats. So this is the armrest. We also deeply scrub because of the body oils, the sweat, all of that stuff throughout time. They start getting, if it's a light colored leather, like in this case, they start getting dark and grimy. But we deep scrub, gently deep scrub every single part of the vehicle. So as you see me in this case, we're doing the seats, the leather seats. And most people say, oh, it just needs a quick wipe down. But a quick wipe down cannot do the job. It's not able to properly clean the seats. You really need to scrub it. So gently scrubbing with the specific tool that we're using here, a specific chemical for it. So then we use the steamer as well. Again, we want to sanitize everything. So everything we do, we first clean it and then we sanitize it. That's if this is the service they are paying for. And the steamer, again, it just helps sanitize and kill any bacteria or anything else. Most of it got removed with the cleaning itself, with the scrubbing. But this is to reassure that it's perfectly clean and ready to go. So we do in all the door panels. I didn't really show, but we clean the door panels as well, every single part of the door panels. And this is also something that we don't always do or include, depending on the service that the client is asking or requesting. But for example, if it's really dirty, then we'll touch it, or if the client specifically requested it, or it's within the budget. So we'll clean the seat belt, because also the seat belt gets neglected a lot. But it's one of the most touched areas of the vehicle, because obviously we always put it on and take it off. So we're always constantly touching it after touching the gas pump, the gas station, and the grocery store, everything. And look at this amazing before and after shot. So this is the perfect example why simple wipe down can't do. This is what happens when you scrub. The difference, right? So it's a night and day. It's amazing. Now this car had a lot of different kinds of gunk. Obviously, there's kids involved, so it's quite natural. This happens a lot. But usually when there's kids involved, there's gummy or gooey, like gummy bears or crayons or stuff that is really sticky. So this is where the steamer really comes in handy as well. The steamer is able to remove any adhesive, any kind of gooey stuff, like candy or anything like that. So this is what we used in this scenario, and this is what we're showcasing, because chemicals really don't do the trick. And if you do use a chemical, then you have to use a really strong one, and that could possibly damage the leather. So you got to go case by case and mitigate the scenario. But then we follow it up, because we use chemicals, and this leather has not been taken care of for a while. We use a leather conditioner and protector. So this is applied to all the leather, into the seats and anything else that it's leather. So sometimes we do it to the plastic and vinyl, actually most of the time as well, but we use a different chemical for that. For example, in the dashboard, we don't like using the really shiny stuff. Most clients don't either, but we do use a satin look that another chemical provides to protect it from the sun and UV rays. So then we move on to the exterior, and the first thing we start off is with the wheels. Now this is fast forward, obviously. This is but each wheel takes about 5 minutes to properly clean, because we clean the tire, the wheel well, the wheelbarrow, the lug nuts, and the spokes. And then we go ahead and foam the car and wash it. We pre-rinsed it actually. We foam it and then we wash it together. And then this is the claying part, so we use the soap again, and we use our clay bar or clay mitt to decontaminate and exfoliate the paint, so then we can apply a wax. Right now we're drying the vehicle, so we're both drying the vehicle, and as she finished drying off the vehicle, I go ahead and start applying the spray wax or the spray sealant. Usually 6 months is the ones we provide. And then I move on to the windows. So the windows is very important. You want to leave them streak free and nice and clean, because even if the whole interior of the car is clean, but remember, you're always looking out the windows, so if the windows are not clean, then the whole car will perceive to be dirty. So this is a very important finishing step, and you need 2 towels in order to leave streak free windows, one to do the cleaning and one to do the final wipe down to go over it as a quality inspection. So all the windows, interior and exterior windows, get cleaned. And again, we're just showing the general. We didn't show everything we're doing. This is again 5 hours condensed into 17 or 20 minutes, but just giving you an overview of our process and everything we do. So please enjoy. Now we're going to show you the before and afters. They're quite amazing. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please reach us at oqdetailing.com or leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest.